Blah, 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 blah. Now that I got that out of my system, what's up, guys? Jeff here, bringing you another game of Black Ops, as it is new and it has came out. This is a game. I'm gonna spoil the final score at 65-10, and but I have another game on headquarters where I go 43-4, so that should be commentated and uploaded soon. This should be uploaded tonight after I render it, and as I am talking, I am going to read my book. I do AR, which requires you to get points by reading books and taking tests on them, which is pretty retarded, and I'm going to recite some from my book that I'm reading by Mike Lupica, Heat. But anyway, let's start where I have left off. Page 160 out of 220. It's only not even been a week, I don't think. I've been reading this book. Alright, Michael would have told him if he could. He was getting into the game. Alright, let me just clear up some information. This Michael kid, his dad died, and he doesn't want to go to child services and stuff, so he's pretending that his, whoa, one second. Okay. Let me a second. Okay, now that that issue was resolved, I believe so. Michael, his dad died, and now he's living with his brother in an apartment, and his brother has 2 jobs, and they don't want to go to like child services and stuff for things of that nature. They want to stay together, and they don't want to go to child services because they can take care of themselves. And this guy's like, "You need to be more professional." Blah 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 blah. And Michael plays baseball and can't pitch right now because he doesn't have a birth certificate, because he can pitch 80 miles an hour and he's 12 years old. And they all think that he is like 15. Now that you have all the backstory, because that's where basically I am now. He can't pitch. But anyway, now that's all there. Oh, and there's a girl named Ellie that's like some famous pitcher's daughter or something, some sort, and she's like all Mexican and shit. But anyway, oh yeah, and if you use the Kimbo 1911, you gotta name them. Sally and Sarah are the ones that I have named them so far. Yeah. Okay, so let me read this page. I'm gonna read like a page every 10 pages, so I'm gonna read 2 pages to you guys. So here's the first page. Across to Mr. M in the first base coaching box. Mr. M giving him a look of his own, like, what's going on here? Michael would have told him if he could. He was getting into the game. The umpire said, "Let's not turn this into a chat room, boys, especially if this baby's about to go into extra innings." Even the ump didn't think Bobby had a chance to do anything against Corey Allen. "I just want to go through the signs with him really quick," Michael said. Michael put his hands on Bobby's shoulders as a way of focusing him, the way grown-up coaches did when they had a conference like this. Bobby was a head smaller than he was, small and fast, a better soccer player than he was a baseball player. In a quiet voice, Michael said, "Corey's getting tired." Michael said he'd have had to fall asleep for me to get a hit off of him. Yeah. He looked up at Michael and said, "And how do you know when he gets tired getting tired by the way? You haven't had to hit against the guy. Trust me," Michael said. "2 people here know how tired he is, him and me." He's dropping his arm. When he's missing like he did with Maria, he's not just missing his spots anymore. He's missing by a lot. You know, the announcers say a pitcher's going on fumes. This guy is going on fumes. You can put your bat on him, even if it's for a bunt. I can't. Yes, you can, Michael said. The ump said, "Wrap it up, boys." Michael told Bobby, "Listen up. Here's what we're gonna do." "Is this Mr. M's idea?" Bobby said. "No, it's mine." Then Bobby walked back to the batter's box, shaking his head like he was being sent to his room. So my reading wasn't that spot on because I'm not very good reading out loud. I can read, like, to myself pretty decent, I guess. I get hundreds on AR and you need 20 points. This book was 9. The last book I read was 12. So now I just have to get 100 on this test. Bam, boom! I am good to go. Okay. Well, I'm gonna read by myself now while I'm talking. What? No, I'm gonna. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna cut this right now until I get to 10 more pages, and then I'm gonna restart it. Now that I'm back from 1 second ago, I've read 10 pages in 3 seconds, and now here's the next page. Let me turn on the light. It's kind of hard to see. Alright, now Carlos has just been caught selling forgeable tickets at Yankee Stadium, and then he just got arrested, and now Michael is saying him get arrested. Oh, get outmaneuvered, son! What are you doing, Willis? Yeah, the next gameplay I'll talk about him. But I'm going to talk about my setup for a second. I'm using a AK-47 with a red dot, well, blue dot. It's a circle with crosshairs. It's the closest thing to the holographic sight. That is the holographic sight. That is the EOTech that I use. But, alright, now that's going to be my thing. I'm going to read a page out of a book. And if you don't like that, leave a comment. Or I shall play part of a song. That's what I shall do. Alright. Then an amazing thing happened. Amazing to Michael, anyway. The policeman shook Carlos's hand and pointed him toward River Avenue like he was telling Carlos to go home, like he was letting him go. Still, Michael didn't move. Carlos waved back at the policeman and walked toward the subway station, crossed river without looking back, as Michael heard a huge cheer what sounded like Yankee home run cheer from inside the stadium. He didn't understand what he had just seen. He didn't know what had happened to Raymond, the purse stealer, and didn't care. He didn't know what he was supposed to do now. So he started walking home, hoping that he was where Carlos was going. No jail, Michael thought. There was maybe cheer from inside as big as before. Back-to-back home runs, maybe? Michael wanted a cheer too. No jail. They were in Mrs. C's apartment. She made them both fried egg sandwiches with crispy bacon and some kind of jalapeno cheese that was a little spicy for Michael. Not that he ever admitted that in front of Mrs. C or his brother. She was letting him have soft drinks, Coke in the small bottles that Poppy always said about made soda taste much better than the plastic bottles or cans. Carlos had been doing all the talking. Mrs. C said she had told him when he called from what she thought was a real police station to come knock on her door whenever he got home, even if it was in the middle of the night. I think my chopper gun went by. I didn't watch it, but I'm gonna finish reading, and then I'm going to just talk for the rest of the commentary for the minute and a half that has left. Okay, so now we are back. I finished reading after 2 seconds of you waiting for me to retalk, but when this thing renders out, it will be like nothing. So it's basically I never left you. But anyway, wrapping up the game, I don't think I get any more kills. I think I get 1 or 2. I get 1 kill and 1 death for the rest of the game, and then I don't get anything else. So that's hard to speed it up. But we skunked them 250 to nothing on a headquarters game, so it's pretty good. And that's my last kill. And then I get a bunch more assists. It's got a lot of hit markers. Just run away. That's another thing. I think the next game I'll give a little tips and tricks. Yeah, like a couple tips and tricks of the trade that I do to help me play. And I'm not very good with theater mode, so I just fast forward the rest of this because I don't get any more kills. But I'm not very good with theater mode, so whatever. And here's the end of the game. We win 250 to nothing. I get a lot of kills. 65% is the final score, but anyway, I will see you guys next time.